don't know about you. I'm getting Switch 2. On April 2nd, 2025, Nintendo did a Nintendo Switch 2 Direct and showed off all the new things about the brand new console. And to say I was excited is a bit of an understatement. I'm a big Nintendo guy. I play Nintendo games on my stream. I dress up as Donkey Kong, my favorite character, every Monday on my Twitch channel. By the way, I'm actually recording this live on Twitch right now. I'm doing a subathon, so you can jump on over there and say hello. So I hustled my little butt out of bed. I showered, I changed, and I got ready for that 6 a.m. Direct, that bright and early Direct, where I had to walk a full foot from my bed to my computer. Streaming really is the hardest job in America. First thing, the Direct announces my most anticipated game ever. A brand new Mario Kart. And it looks like it's the best game I could have ever imagined. It's open world. The cars transform into boats. They transform into planes. There's new playable characters, and they're super freaking wacky. You got a penguin from Mario 64. You got a crab, a bitty bud, a skeleton fish. You got a grinding moo cow. In Mario Kart, you are no longer magically teleported to each mystical land. You have to drive from one course to the next. And if you miss your race, that's on you, buddy. If you miss your race, you're disqualified. You gotta get out. They're even adding a Mario Kart Battle Royale. They did what Fortnite with Rocket Racing couldn't. They figured out how to bring the Battle Royale format to kart racing, and I am so locked in! Wait until you see my skateboarding cow in action. They then moved on from Mario Kart to show off the brand new C button on all Nintendo controllers. And the C button does something really incredible. It allows you to access something that every console has ever had since 2002. Nintendo finally has voice communications on their system. Hooray! It just looks like really bad Discord. Like, nothing about this really looks great. The mic quality doesn't sound good. It sounds pretty crunchy. I can't imagine the noise suppression actually works that they're claiming. And the share screen button, it looks super laggy, even in the presentation where they're trying to make their game system look good and convince you to buy it. It just all was weird because it just did what Discord already does, but 10 times worse. The one thing cool that it does do is it like puts your little face cam next to your little Mario Party guy in mini games and stuff. That's kind of useful. That is kind of cool. I'll give them props for that. That is kind of funny to see people like kind of react that way. Nintendo's also bringing back download play from the DS. Motherfucking download play. I love download play. Download play is awesome. And it's awesome because you don't both need the games and you can play it together. You just have your Switch around another Switch with the game that you want to play, and you can share the game and play it together as if you both owned it. A lot of co-op games are doing this, mainly Hazelight Studios with the company that made Takes Two, A Way Out, Split Fiction, their newest game, which, by the way, is coming to Switch 2, which is awesome. But what's really cool about Game Share is you can do it online. I can just text my friend, yo, let's run Mario Kart, and we can all play Mario Kart together. That's rad. That's really cool that I can do it online. Nintendo then kind of went over all the features in the Nintendo Switch 2, like a mouse controller, magnet controllers, noise suppression, 120 FPS, 4K, fan in the dock, just a bunch of things, just info dumped on us. Too much to keep track. Well, thank God there's a game that helps me keep track. Welcome to Welcome Tour, Nintendo's new gimmick game that has you walk around a controller and read about how things work. It costs money? I have to pay for that? Weird. I'm sure that's normal. I'm sure that's not an omen for anything worse. Can Continuing down the games, we got Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Nintendo Switch games. We got Breath of the Wild visual updates. We got Tears of the Kingdom visual updates. We got new modes in Mario Party Superstars Jamboree. We got a DLC for Kirby. We got better frame rate for Pokemon Legends Arceus, but it still looks like shit otherwise. Wait! Hello, I'm streaming this right now live on twitch.tv/Scootish. I am live right now doing a subathon, and I was told urgently to inform you that dumb, idiot, stupid, pre-recorded Scootish said Pokemon Legends Arceus when it was supposed to say Pokemon Legends ZA. Okay, thank you, goodbye. We have mouse functionality for Metroid Prime 4, a game that's not even out yet, and
We hope you're looking forward to these
Nintendo
Switch 2
I have to
edition.
pay an upgrade?
Next, I'd like to introduce a brand new game featuring
But I own
mouse
the.
controls and Joy-Con
That's fine. No, I'm sure that's reasonable. I'm sure that makes sense. The direct's not over. There's still so much more to be shown. Nintendo announced Drag and Drive to show off their brand new Joy-Con feature with the mice, where you're rolling the wheels with your hands, and then you have to shoot the basketball with like a little wrist flip. I'm a basketball pro. I hit a 3-pointer when I did a Hassan's 1,000 3-point stream, so I know a thing or two about hitting 3 points. It might be fun, but right now the trailer didn't really sell me on it. But I'd keep an open mind because it kind of looks like Rocket League for basketball. Wait. I think Rocket League actually has basketball. We then got a crazy amount of games that are coming to Switch 2 that are HD ports and or remasters. We got Elden Ring the Tarnished Edition. We got Hades 2. We got Street Fighter 6. We've got EA Sports. We have Daemon X Machina. We have Split Fiction. We have Hogwarts Legacy. We have Tony Hawk 3 and 4. We have Hitman World of Assassins. We have Bravely Default HD Remaster. We have Yakuza 0. We have Cyberpunk and something mode. And we have Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate Rebirth. Ah! Someone's got to remaster that fucking chair. After all the ports and HD remaster and remakes garbage, we actually got a game that's brand new to Nintendo. I'm actually really excited. It's back to the Hyrule Warriors series. And I actually love these games. I think they're really fun. I think they take all the good parts of the Dynasty Warriors franchise and bring them to Nintendo games. I thought Hyrule Warriors 1 was definitely more Dynasty Warriors than it was Legend of Zelda, but they fixed it with Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. That game just felt like Breath of the Wild, where you were Superman, at Link at his full strength, something that he's not in Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, being able to take down hordes and hordes, legions upon legions, bokoblin upon bokoblin, moblin upon moblin, bokoblin on bokoblin, and they're continuing that with a game that I'm actually really excited for with Hyrule Warriors Age of the Imprisoning War, or what is it called? Age of Imprisonment. Whoa. It tells the story of Princess Zelda in the past, whereas Link was in the present day or the future or whatever the hell, whenever he was in Tears of the Kingdom. What I'm excited about is that Link literally cannot be in this game because he's in the future or the present, and Zelda is in the past or her present. So she is the main character functionally. And I think that's awesome. There is a sizzle reel of a lot of bullshit games, too, that are cool that we know about from other things that are coming to Switch 2. Whoa! Hey, a lot of you aren't subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel and be sure to like and comment on the video. Thank you. They went heater after heater, because then we got NSO, Nintendo GameCube. We just want to play Nintendo GameCube games on the Virtual Console, and we finally got it. And we're getting Wind Waker with Link, and then we're getting Soul Calibur 2 also with Link. We're also getting F-Zero GX. But there's a bunch of more games coming as well, like Pokemon Coliseum, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which I think are two major gets. But we're also going to get Mario Sunshine, which you can't buy anymore because they took it away from the store shelves. So now you have to subscribe to their $60 online service. Wait a second. No, I'm sure this isn't a problem. I'm sure it's not a big deal. Let's just continue with the direct. It's not a problem. It's not a big deal. The next heater we got was Deltarune. Listen, I'm a bisexual man in his early 20s, maybe late 20s, maybe early 30s. Who's to say? Undertale's a big part of my identity. I love Undertale. This game is awesome. The music is fantastic. The character and the writing is great. And the gameplay is something so divine and something I've not felt in a long, long while. Deltarune is the spiritual successor, and it's finally coming out. Toby Fox has went away. He's gone into his little hole in the wall, shelf, or whatever, and said he's going to not release any more of the updates until the game's done. And the game is finally done, and it's a launch title for the Switch 2. That's so freaking cool! The only thing that could be cooler is if Nintendo got a little revenge on a certain gaming rival. You see, back in the 90s, Final Fantasy and Nintendo were like best friends. They held hands everywhere they went. They skipped and frolicked through the fields. But then all of a sudden, PlayStation, with her curvy round discs, wooed Square Enix away. And Final Fantasy VII was not on Nintendo consoles. It went PlayStation exclusive. Nintendo has been feeling this festering hate and loathing for PlayStation since they took their one true love, Final Fantasy, away from them. And Nintendo finally got payback, baby. Nintendo took away Bloodborne 2. I mean Duskborn. I mean Dusk Bloods. This game looks awesome. You have vampire powers. You have a guy that can become the Mandalorian, and maybe you get a little baby Grogu. I hope it's the Rizzler. I hope the Rizzler is the Grogu in Bloodborne 2. I mean Dusk Bloods. But you're running through a Victorian England that is decimated by vampires and demons and evil magic. You have a guy that can turn into a raptor and chomp on your bones. Unless that's you and you turn into a raptor. God, I want to turn into a raptor. That would be awesome. Bloodborne 2 looks so cool. Dusk Bloods looks so cool. But nothing looks cooler than their final game. Their Nintendo classic. The Nintendo game to end all Nintendo games. One that I've been waiting for my entire life. You see, over on Twitch, every Monday, we have a little thing called Monkey Monday. And this next game was made only for me. Donkey Kong Bananza. Donkey Kong's back. He's leading a brand new 3D open world game, and oh my God, it looks amazing. There's destructible terrain. There's cool combat. You can rip out a piece of the mountain, and you can ride it like a skateboard. You can go down in the mines, because Donkey Kong yearns for the mines. Get over, Jack Black. Step aside, Minecraft Steve. You guys aren't miners. DK's the only real miner, and he's looking for these banana gems, and he's gonna find them because he loves eating them, I guess, or something. He likes eating rocks, but who can blame him? He's a monkey, and he's a good boy, and he's awesome. Oh, lastly, I skipped over this. I forgot it.
I hope they let you shit in DK's hand and throw it as a weapon.
Good bit. Also, they announced Kirby Air Ride, a sequel to Kirby Air Ride. I'm excited about this. I think I talked about Kirby Air Ride recently. Oh, yeah. No, I did. In my last video, I did. I like Kirby Air Ride. I like City Trial. I hope City Trial comes back. I hope they make... I think it's kind of a sufferable game as it stands. I hope they just make it better. That's all. We've been through the entire Direct, and we gotta learn some important things. The release date, and what's this all gonna cost me? Oh, it comes out June 5th. A perfect day, a wonderful summer day, a perfect way to start the summer experience. Surely it's not gonna cost an arm and a leg. Wait, that was it? Where was the price? They didn't announce the price. Nintendo decided to be really quiet about the price of it. You have to go to their website to find out that the console is $450 with a $500 bundle option with Mario Kart World. Well, okay, Mario Kart World is about 50, 60 bucks. Nope. If you go on their website, it's $80. Look, I understand that the price of games has gone up and needs to go up, and the price of inflation needs to rise. I get it. I get that games are expensive. I get that it's expensive to make them. I get that they need to charge more. But this is just weird from Nintendo. They have never released a game more than $70. They've only ever released one game that's $70, and that's Tears of the Kingdom. In fact, Donkey Kong Bananarama, that game's $70. So why is that game 70, but Mario Kart World is 80? It doesn't make sense. Because it feels like in this console specifically, they're nickel and diming us in a really weird way. Going back through all of that entire Nintendo Direct, everything just feels like a way to drain money from the consumer, which is what a console should be. But on the controllers now is literally a button just to remind you need to spend $20 a year to use it minimum. And if you don't pay it, that button does nothing. It's a useless button. It's not programmable. You wouldn't ever use it when you're actually playing a game ever. It is just for game chat communication, and it does nothing else. Going back to talk about Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, that's insane. The entire game is just explaining to you how your console works. It's like going to IKEA, buying a Bjornsson bed full-size extravaganza, and they hand you the bed frame, they hand you the mattress, they hand you the flats, they hand you the screws, and they pull out a gun and they say, hey, if you want to know how everything works and goes together, give us $20 more, bitch. But a lot of people are saying that it's probably going to be $20 in America. I think that's hyperbole. I think it's probably going to be about 10, but still, $10 for an instruction manual and just game tests feels bad. Next up, these game updates. I think it's weird. I think it's weird to re-release the games with game updates and not just kind of throw it in for free, to kick it down and say, hey, we know our system didn't really run the games well. Here's them at their best possible way of running. It is nice to hear that the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom upgrades are free if you have the expansion pack for NSO. I think that's awesome. I think that's cool. But there are so many other games that don't have confirmation if they're coming to NSO with the expansion pack. There's games like Kirby, Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime 4. We don't know where those games will land. We don't know if we have to buy them again. I don't want to have to buy them again. I just want them to work. I feel defeated just sitting here thinking about how much money I have to spend to make sure the games work on my Nintendo console. This isn't even to say that even though some of these updates are free, they're still pushing you to buy the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pass, which will give you the GameCube games, but that doesn't feel great. I get why Nintendo has to have these prices be what they are. I understand that we are in a recession. I understand that money is getting tighter and tighter. I understand things get more expensive as more people work on them, as the demand reaches critical mass, as the quality assurance needs to be a certain level. I get it. I get all of that. I understand. But there's a lot of things, too, that just feels bad. But even with how bad I feel about the money and the world that we're kind of in, I can say with full certainty, Nintendo nailed these games. They look awesome. They look really fun. And maybe, just maybe, they'll be worth it. I'm not going to tell anyone to buy it now. I'm certainly not buying it now. I'm going to wait and see where I am financially and make the smart consumer decision then. But I can say that they look great. When I was watching them live this morning, I was filled with glee and joy and excitement. And I hope as we get closer to June 5th, I feel that excitement again. Thank you all for watching. My name is Scootish. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me. It really helps the channel. And hey, come over to twitch.tv/Scootish. I'm live right now. I'm doing a big old crazy subathon. Thank you. Goodbye.